These controls are useless.
Helm still does not respond, sir.
Captain's log supplemental. Things are a complete mess on the bridge, with little immediate hope for improvement.
Captain, things look very bad. I can't get any of the controls to respond.
Captain, I've already said they're useless. I might be able to employ backup systems from auxiliary control.
Captain, I am quite capable of doing my job.
Captain, I have to fix that in engineering when I get a chance to get off the bridge.
It's stuck. We're not getting out of here that way.
Captain, the transporters are operational. I request permission to be transported, so I can begin the adjustments to sensors as soon as possible.
Go ahead, Spock. No, Spock, I'll go first.
Captain, that is not logical. You are too valuable to risk, and the situation calls for my intervention as soon as possible.
Spock's right, Captain.
Very well.
Yes, sir. If you say so, sir.
Perhaps the physical approach will work.
I never thought my duties aboard the Enterprise would include bouncing aliens. Captain, I'm picking up strange readings around the alien. It's as though it's continually popping in and out of reality.
Then how come we don't see any flicker?
It cycles between our space and something else. Once every millisecond. Too fast for the human eye to follow.
Divert as much power as you can to the sensors. Let's find out what's causing this.
There's no guarantee we'll find anything, Captain.
That's a risk I'm prepared to take. Kirk out. Evacuate all people from the outer decks. Divert power from life support on those decks evenly to shields and sensors.
Captain, that'll only add about 2% to the shields and sensors.
Do it, Mr. Scott.
Aye, Captain. Squad out.
Captain, save the phaser for whomever kidnapped Mr. Spock.
Young human male in good physical condition.
Captain, where would you like to be transported?
Send us to sickbay, Mr. Kyle. Send us to engineering, Mr. Kyle. Send us to auxiliary control, Mr. Kyle. We'll transport later, Mr. Kyle. Send us to auxiliary control, Mr. Kyle.
Yes, sir.
Energize.
Keep away from that control. The last thing we need right now is someone to tamper with the ship's deflector systems. Mr. Sulu, the fuel control is working perfectly. Leave it alone. I think the engines are running just fine, Mr. Sulu. Mr. Chekhov, the fuel control is working perfectly. Leave it alone. I think the engines are running just fine, Mr. Chekhov. Mr. Walker, the fuel control is working perfectly. Leave it alone. I think the engines are running just fine, Mr. Walker. Captain, the fuel control is working perfectly. Leave it alone. I think the engines are running just fine, Captain.
Everything seems to be working except for internal sensors.
Captain, we can't affect the dilithium monitor. It's only a readout of the lattice efficiency and stability. Captain, the diagram cannot be adjusted except by changing the use of the warp and impulse engines. Everything seems... Uh-oh. You better take a look yourself, Captain.
Captain, the Cossacks have definitely been at work here.
Now that's strange. Captain, take a look and see what you think.
Everything seems to be working. Library computer, external sensors.
Mr. Chekhov, see if you can find where the Vurian went. Maybe that will lead us to Spock.
Captain, I am detecting the Vurian. She seems to have vanished through a rift in space. I have the coordinates of her last known location. These readings look normal to me. You should have Sulu check them.
Captain, the aliens have not touched the helm. All systems look like they'll respond normally. Everything seems to be working. Library computer, external sensors.
Mr. Sulu, see if you can find where the Vurian went. Maybe that will lead us to Spock.
Let's see. Shields are raised. Impulse looks right. Maybe you should let Commander Sulu take a look at this. Captain, my operations knowledge of the science station is limited. I suggest that either Mr. Sulu or Mr. Chekhov check it out. Both have very strong scientific backgrounds.
The Vurian is still, and perhaps surprisingly, at peace.
I don't think we're going to get any answers now. You already stunned the alien, Captain.
Murderers!
Load a previously saved game.
Captain, its anatomy is completely alien. I'm afraid the medical kit will not do much good.
Greetings, Lord Kirk. I am Eminata. I regret the discomfort that I put you through on your ship. I wish only to preserve my joy by serving the Savant.
Are you willing to help me, Eminata?
Possibly. I am aware of your ship's distress. I can bring it to the attention of the Savant. It may help.
Actually, I was thinking more about freeing Spock.
I do not know how I can help you, Captain. Speak with the Savant, and perhaps things will be clearer.
I would appreciate the Savant being informed.
It is done. The Savant awaits.
Can you talk about the Savant? Give us a chance to know what to expect.
Nothing I can say will truly prepare you for what awaits.
Where is Spock?
The Lord Spock is not far. His mind dances in the bliss of this place. He would welcome you. It is not a long or difficult search to find him.
Why do you ensnare others against their will?
The pursuit of joy is the prime goal of all life, Captain. How can what I do be against their will?
Release Spock at once and allow us to return to our ship.
I do not forbid you from returning. It is the dimensional boundaries that prevent that. I would be glad to help you. As for your Spock, why would you be so cruel as to wish to release your friend from an eternity of bliss?
You have no right to inflict emotions on any being, regardless of how positive you may think them to be, without their consent.
I give them an eternity of joy. Is that not every creature's desire? How can granting a subliminal desire be beyond my rights?
That is the most arrogant piece of presumption I have ever heard.
Captain, when you've lived for millions of years like I have, you begin to view existence in a different way. You may call it arrogance. I call it reality. I will send you back to your own ship and give you safe passage through the Antares Rift if you wish.
An eternity of joy, and I suppose you derive no benefits from the people you hold prisoner?
I share in their joy, and a joy shared is a marvelous thing. I will send you back to your own ship.
Do you honestly believe that because what you do may benefit them, that the ends justify the means?
Yes, Captain. For such a great good as that which I provide, the ends do justify the means. I will send you back to your own ship.
Judgments of morality and what is a meaningful pursuit should be left to the individual.
Captain, Captain, you are merely decades old, and I have experienced millions of years. I think I have a bit more life experience than you, and more reliable judgment skills. I will send you back to your own.
But joy means nothing without a life full of emotions. Without a broad range of experiences, we cannot appreciate joy.
And on what basis do you make that assumption? I have experienced a lifetime of hardship and millions of years of bliss. And I can assure you that only a madman would choose the lifetime of hardship. I will send you back to your own.
Does everything have to be permanent? Sometimes the most enjoyable activities are also the most temporary.
Captain, I assure you that bliss and joy can be sustained through an eternity. Who would want anything else? I will send you back to your own.
Love? Spock doesn't want your gift. He doesn't need your gift. Release him and let us return to our ship.
I will not punish the Vulcan by releasing him. However, I have become aware of the danger that your ship is in. I have the power to make certain it will come to no harm. If you agree to leave now and never return.
Punish him? Vulcans aren't meant to handle emotions. You'll destroy him.
I am aware that the Vulcan's upbringing has stifled him, and that normally emotions are very unhealthy for them. However, I have made adjustments to his neurochemistry to ensure his continued survival. I will send you back to your own ship.
I'm not going anywhere without Spock.
Unfortunately, I cannot extend the lives of creatures that I am not in contact with. However, I can provide you with comforts and needs through the long years you will spend at your comrade's side before you die. I fear you may find it dull, but I will do my best to sustain you.
Sorry, but without my science officer, I must decline your generous offer.
I admire your sense of loyalty. Unfortunately, I cannot extend the lives of creatures that I am not in contact. Violence is useless, Captain. Welcome. Have you come to ask for transportation back to your ship?
Not without Spock.
Captain, why do you begrudge your comrade's newfound happiness?
Because it was not his doing, nor his choice.
There are many things in nature that are not desired, but bring good fortune. Be content with your comrade's serendipity, and ask for your safe return to your vessel.
Savant, isn't there anything I can do to make you see reason?
Captain, I do see reason. My intellect is many orders of magnitude beyond yours. You should trust my judgment.
I trust Spock's judgment, and you're imprisoning his free will.
Free will is an arrogant deception, Captain. When one looks at the universe in a broad perspective, one finds that fate is far less flexible than it may appear.
Really? I see you have great power and great splendor, but I don't see great wisdom.
I have taken sorrow and turned it into bliss. I have taken that which denied feelings and have shown him his true nature. Is that not wisdom?
Because he's being used by you and held against his will.
I give far more than I receive, Captain. If you truly love your comrade, you will not deny him bliss.
He has duties and obligations, and you're keeping him from them.
Even over the course of a short period of time, Captain, duties and obligations have little meaning.
Because Spock does not want artificial joy. He does not want this line.
Very well, Captain. I will help you.
What is this? What am I feeling? What have you done?
What's the matter, Savant? Not feeling those good vibrations?
Please, have mercy. I would rather die than experience such sorrow.
If you will listen to reason, I will release you.
I do not wish to reward violence, Captain.
Taking Spock against his will is an act of violence too, Savant. No entity, no matter how wise, can impose eternity on another creature. Even the most authoritarian gods of myth never strip their subjects of their free will.
I remain unconvinced, Captain. But I am too aggrieved to argue. You and your scientist will be returned to your craft. Live long and prosper, James Kirk. Live well in your universe, and I shall try to live well in mine.
Free Spock and return us to our ship.
No. I shall not reward this action. I will not allow violence to be rewarded, even if I must die.
I don't want to kill you, Savant. You underestimated our ability to hurt you. Maybe you underestimated us in other ways, too.
You win, Captain. As much as it pains me, I shall be as you desire.
You are the most stubborn entity I've ever met. If you can read Spock's mind, then you know I don't enjoy hurting others. Why can't you be reasonable?
You win, Captain. As much as it pains me, I shall be as you desire.
And I cannot allow you to derive pleasure from your unwarranted kidnapping of my science officer. We are in the same situation.
No, Captain. I seek a greater good than freedom.
There is none.
What a foolish statement. What good is freedom if one is in grave hunger or great misery? I have freed them from pain. If you cannot appreciate this, I pity you. I cannot reward such a simplistic philosophy. Death awaits me.
Captain, without the Savant, the fabric of this universe will...
Load a previously saved game.
You really are a crybaby. Go ahead and bawl your head off.
If I cannot cherish the happiness that I have spent eons pursuing, then I shall belong to oblivion.
Captain, without the Savant, the fabric of this universe will...
Load a previously saved game.
Free Spock and return us to our ship, and this will end.
No. I shall not reward this action. I will not allow violence to be rewarded, even if I must die.
I don't want to kill you, Savant. You underestimated our ability to hurt you. Maybe you underestimated us in other ways, too.
You win, Captain. As much as it pains me, I shall be as you desire.
You are the most stubborn entity I've ever met. If you can read Spock's mind, then you know I don't enjoy hurting others. Why can't you be reasonable?
You win, Captain. As much as it pains me, I shall be as you desire.
And I cannot allow you to derive pleasure from your unwarranted kidnapping of my science officer. We are in the same situation.
No, Captain. I seek a greater good than freedom.
There is none.
What a foolish statement.
Is that sadness you're feeling, Savant? It couldn't be that those inferior humans have outwitted your great wisdom, could it?
All I sought was the best for them. Why are you tormenting me?
To get you to listen, to force you to respect other people.
I do more than respect them, Captain. I love them. I only wish you had the psionic abilities necessary to make you feel as I do, as they do. Then you might understand.
Spock feels as you do, and you know that your kind of joy is against his nature. Respect his feelings. Release him.
He has been indoctrinated against joy. In a short time, that indoctrination will collapse, and he will experience the happiness he deserves.
Let him make that decision himself.
Very well. You and your comrades will be returned to your ship, and I will have my joy again.
Free Spock, and return us to our ship, and the torment will end.
No. I shall not reward this action. I will not allow violence to be rewarded, even if I must die.
The best? You're a selfish, self-centered nothing. Eternal bliss? You're an emotional leech that has to use others to give you joy because you're too emotionally stunted to stand on your own 2 feet.
If I cannot cherish the happiness that I have spent eons pursuing, then I shall belong to oblivion.
Captain, without the Savant, the fabric of this universe will...
Load a previously saved game.